All right, let's get into the NFL. The top 100 has dropped, and let me see how I can pull this up. Okay. Top 100 drop, and I won't speak on everybody. Just the notable. Starting at 100, my brother Cam Jordan. Incredible to be on the top 100, to be identified as a top 100 player in year 15. We know he recently just signed back home to the New Orleans Saints. Very excited about that. I'm going to have him come back on the show because I want to ask him in front of you guys, how close was he to leaving? How real was it that Cam Jordan was going to be in another jersey before they were able to get the final pieces done, and Cam end up back in New Orleans with the Saints for his 16th year. So him at 100, super fire. Quinn Nelson 99, Bryce Young 98, Ernest Jones, Travis Achan. We have another Saint making an appearance on the top 100. Travis Achan at 96. He did it with Jacksonville for sure, but now with the New Orleans Saints and that New Orleans Saints offensive line that they're putting together, watch out. Looking for great things from him for sure. Another Saint in the top 100, Demario Davis, came in at 95. He is now with the New York Jets. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Shout out to AG, head coach Aaron Glenn. He was with us all in New Orleans when we were rolling, kicking everybody ass in the league. He's the head coach for the Jets, and I'm looking for AG to have those guys playing on another level this year. Not saying that the Jets are going to win a ton of games, but it's going to be steps in the right direction. He's going to change that culture. Mark my words, people. If he can figure out this quarterback situation, and that's it. That's the if. That's the question. If AG can figure out this quarterback situation, we'll see the Jets have a trajectory like the Detroit Lions. The same culture, the same energy, the same flip of winning ways. We will see that because that's the type of guy that AG is. That's the principles that he has, the culture that he brings. Creed Humphrey at 94. Carson Swessinger, linebacker at 93. Aziz 92. Montez Sweat. Fire 100 through 91 to get us started. Let me see what's next up from 90 to 81, because there was some questionables in this. Questionables for sure. Derek Brown at 90, Kyron Williams 89, Jack Campbell 88, Tataroa, Tulu, Brock Purdy 85, Byron Young making his first appearance on the top 100, the pass rusher on the opposite side of Myles Garrett. He is at 84, 82 tackles last year, 12 tackles for loss, 12 sacks on the opposite side of Myles Garrett this year, people. We got this man, 84, top 100. It's crazy. Keep going back to that Myles Garrett trade. Is crazy. Myles going to LA Rams. Insane. Now this one is the first, like, what are we doing? Top 100, Jeffrey Simmons at 83. It's criminal. It's a crime. It's a crime. I had him on the set last week. If you haven't got a chance to watch Jeff Simmons' episode of The Set last week, please do yourself a favor. If you love to hear somebody with that Mamba mentality, like with that mindset that I'm here to kill you, to destroy you, please go listen to Jeff Simmons' interview. Please go back, check that out. Jeff, he has the ability to split his personality. Like, off the field, in the community, he's the nicest, most genuine person you'll ever meet. On the field, he's a demon, and he's loud about it, and it's real. But right after that last whistle, he switches, and it's Split. I don't know if you've seen the movie Split. Jeff Simmons needs his own version. But to have him at 83 with his production last year, 67 tackles, 17 tackles for loss, 11 sacks, 3 forced fumbles in 15 games, playing on a team that wasn't great. He didn't have much help on the D line, not much. He had some guys that can rush, but he didn't have much help. But to have that level of production, being first team All Pro, and now the highest paid defensive tackle in NFL history, having him at 83, that's crazy. It's crazy. He's a top 20 player in the NFL. And I think a lot of people are they overlook the Tennessee Titans because they didn't have a good year, but they'll be paying attention to Jeff. And Jeff repeated last season, which is going to be that plus more. He'll end up in that top 20 when this list comes out again. But he played like the best D tackle in football last year. Over 60 pressures. He was lights out. 82, my dog, Jalen Ramsey. 81, Bobby Wagner. Some familiar faces on there. And those two great players have put together Hall of Fame careers. They didn't have a better year than Jeff Simmons last year. So just putting that into perspective. They did not have a better year than Jeff Simmons last year, even though both of those guys have been putting together Hall of Fame campaigns. 80 through 71, A.J. Brown at 80. Travis Kelce, 79. Travis had a solid year last year. It was down for his standards, but with no Patrick Mahomes, no playoffs. Kelce had a damn good year last year. 76 catches, 851 yards, 11.2 yards per catch, and 5 touchdowns. Kelce played down year for him, but that's a really good year. Really good year for a tight end, especially him playing for as long as he has. Is that all I have for now? 82. Let me see. That might be. That's all they revealed for now. Travis Kelce was the last one. He's at 79. The newly married superstar. Shout out to Travis. Shout out to Taylor Swift on their union that they just created. NFL Top 100 list is always fun. It's always fun to see where they drop these guys. But the best part about it is hearing those player interviews and guys that talk about how they view this player or preparing for this guy and all that. I think that's pretty cool because other than that, outside of that, we really don't hear much about how we feel about each other as peers. It's more so we keep it in the game. Like you got those that you respect. You'll talk to them after the game real quick, but in sit down interview style is very rare where you see 4 or 5 guys talk about a player, how they feel about this player, how he's viewed. So from that standpoint, Top 100 is always pretty cool. I was on there, I think 3 times, 3 or 4, I think. I'm not sure, but it was always pretty cool to see that and then get those player thoughts and hear that for the first time. So really, really cool on that front.